Hey guys,
Hey,
and welcome
everyone.
back to One Couple.
Two Cultures, episode 6. Wow.
Yeah, jinx. Yes, and today we have our highly anticipated second part of the wedding episode.
Yes.
Which for us is always very intriguing and fun to do because
Yeah.
we have our own wedding coming up and
I know.
a lot of things to talk about. And we stopped at
With
one of the fun
Polterabend.
German traditions.
Yep.
Exactly. The Polterabend.
I said that wrong.
Well, no, it was fine.
Polterabend.
Yeah, that was great.
Okay, thank you.
So,
Continue.
maybe some of you are familiar with Poltergeist. I think there was like this horror movie.
Why are you comparing a horror
Hey, hold on. It has something to do with it. There's
Okay.
actually a combination there.
Okay.
Because in a way, it has something to do with each other. Because the Polterabend has to do with making loud noises to scare away evil spirits.
Really?
Like poltergeists, maybe, or some other such
I
things.
haven't seen the movie, so I don't know.
Me neither. I hate horror movies. You
I
know
love
me.
horror movies. I haven't seen that one yet.
Big baby over here, but whatever. So basically, the point is, it's normally the night before the wedding. You get together as the bride and the groom to be, and you get together with very close friends and family. Not a lot of people, and everybody brings porcelain or like old plates. Sometimes they bring like toilet seats
That's
or
so
like stuff like that,
funny.
and you break it together. So
They literally like smash
they
it.
literally smash it together, all of them, and normally like in the proximity of the couple, not like that it's dangerous or anything like that, but yeah.
So, yeah.
And then at the end of the night, and that's kind of to make noise to scare away the evil spirits.
Oh, interesting.
And then at the end of the night, the couple has to stay and clean it up together.
The first duties of the couple.
And that's just like to get to know each other and talk about it and solve problems together and stuff like that. But also to like
interesting.
scare away the evil spirits.
Yeah.
And it's actually, I think it's a very cute tradition
Yeah, it
to
is
do.
cute.
Apart from the fact that breaking stuff's always fun. So,
I would love to break stuff.
right? Like you
Like,
don't have to
grab
go
a
to a
toilet
rage
seat
room or
and
something,
no.
which you have to pay like $120 here in LA.
Do you know how badly
So
I want to
you-
go to a rage room?
Just go to a Polterabend. Bring some old plates and just
All right,
smash.
next time one of your German friends get married, we'll.
Exactly. Hey, I really want to go. Not because I
wanna
want
go
to
too.
smash stuff, but hey, I really want to just celebrate you guys. No, but that's one of the German traditions that we do like the night before the wedding.
That's really fun.
Yeah, and we don't have other traditions as much. Maybe it's coming now, but like when I was growing up, I hadn't really heard about bachelor parties.
Yeah, so I feel like over here it's kind of getting less and less the night before, because I feel like
Yeah,
because I feel like the night before you're just so tired from all the planning. So I feel like people do it nowadays a month.
Yeah, and I
half
feel like
before,
from
which I think is perfectly fine. Sorry,
no. From our friends, I feel like I've also seen, maybe that's just our friends,
probably.
but it's less like what it's used to be, if it even used to be that was just the movies.
Yeah,
movies,
I don't
like
know.
strippers and that and kind of stuff. Like a lot of friends just go hiking together or go like on a spa day or something like that. I feel like that's become more
I feel
common.
like, yeah, I feel like I feel like that also just depends on the person that you are.
For sure.
Because like I'm not the type of person that would love to go to I don't know, clubs or something. I'm not.
Thunder from Down Under.
No, thank you. No, I would love to just like go to a spa and relax, because I feel like wedding planning is so difficult in of itself, and it's so stressful that for me, I would just like to like breathe after
Yeah.
it's
Plus,
done,
I feel like ever since I know about the bridesmaids and groomsmen tradition and all of that, it's like one of the greatest things for me about it is that you get to reconnect with people maybe that you haven't seen in a while.
Yeah,
Because a lot of people pick like, college friends or like friends from high school that they still have a connection to. And like you have jobs at that time, often when you get married, you have jobs, you're busy. Maybe you live in another state, country, whatever.
Yeah.
So you get to reconnect with those people. Go to a bachelor party, go have the wedding party and be together the day of the wedding all day. And I feel like that's the most beautiful part of it.
Honestly,
for me.
I loved it. Being a bridesmaid myself for one of my friends back home, childhood friend, it was great to see everyone. I mean, we went to different schools, so like all of her friends were from her school and then her cousins, but like I still knew these people, and I haven't seen these people and I can't even tell you how long. So she didn't have a bachelorette party, but the day of the wedding, we all just, hung out. we ate something, we had some iced coffees, you know, just like got ready together. And it was just really nice to be able to talk again to these people that I have not seen in so long.
Yeah, I feel like for me, you know, a part that it has like it has like a lot of, you have responsibilities and stuff like that. For me, that's a great part about it.
I love it.
And I guess like that's like at the beginning I was a little skeptical of like, you know, same dresses, same tuxes and this and that. It's so much work. And I'm
yeah,
like,
because for you it's so different. Like you're not, that's
yeah,
not a thing
that's
for
not
you.
a thing in Germany. But like then I saw it at like the first weddings, and like now we had a great friend of ours getting married, and
Recently,
I was not part of the wedding party, but I got to hang out with all of the groomsmen, and
know.
I got to see like how nice it is, you
Yeah.
know, how nice the togetherness is, and everybody seeing their old friends, and how great that is, and what a
Exactly.
great experience that was for the people. And
Especially if like the people are great anyway and they just integrate you with them. I
it
feel
can
like
be a lot of fun.
it can be a lot of fun. It can be a lot of fun. And I feel like for you also, it was just really nice to be integrated with all these people,
Yeah,
you know?
we moved back into, you know,
Yeah,
bachelor
yeah,
and
yeah.
bridesmaids, but we wanted to move forward.
Sorry.
So
Sorry,
no,
guys.
but like, yeah, so bachelorette parties wasn't really such a thing in Germany. You know, it does have a name. We have Junggesellenabschied.
Okay.
Yeah, let's leave it at that.
Okay.
But but now we're at the part of the actual wedding.
Yes.
And I know
Yes.
for me, I mean, the first part we can mention really is German weddings in general, I would say, are smaller
For sure.
than American weddings.
Yeah. I feel like that's, yeah.
Obviously, it depends from person
Yeah.
to person, but I feel like on average from the German weddings that I know or have heard of, less people than American weddings.
Yeah, I can understand that. I feel like it's hard for me to say because my friends are very foreign. And like, you know, my first friend had 300 people at her wedding, and like,
Yeah, okay.
that's
like
a lot
4
of people.
German weddings combined.
You know, it's just like the Italian side, I feel like has a lot of people.
Yeah.
The Italian and Spanish.
We went over this when we went over
yeah.
who we invite to the wedding, which was
The
like
vetting?
the vetting, the wedding, which is like you know, the first big hurdle to overcome. Who do we invite? Who don't we invite? You know, and like how many people can we actually like afford to have there?
Yeah.
And you know, how much realistically will come too, because obviously, you know, we have family in Spain,
Yeah.
Germany, Uruguay, New York, LA,
Florida.
Florida. So it's
You know,
like,
it's-
wow, it's
Yeah.
a lot of different places, countries,
The
cities.
first big thing for us that I noticed was a cultural difference was, again, who we invite, but the fact that I need to invite
yeah,
everybody.
Yeah. I feel like German people don't get as offended
No.
if they're not close family and they're not invited.
Yeah.
I feel like in the Italian, you know, background, with your Italian background, it's a much more that like you really everybody
it's a
expects to be
respect
invited,
thing.
even if they don't need to come, or
Yeah.
even if they might not be able to come. You should still invite them because it's just a respect thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I know that was for us
Exactly.
because I'm like, I looked at the guest house, I'm like, we cannot have that many people. I was like shocked, and you're like, oh no, that's fine. We just have to invite that many people. I'm like, I'm scared. I am scared.
I remember. Yeah, that was, I think, the very first thing with weddings for us that we talked about. With that was a difference because, and
Definitely.
I feel like it still is a little bit like a conversation in us. It's gotten more used to like, no, we just have to because it's a respect thing. Because it's not like, for example, like you may not be close to your great uncles or great aunts, but let's say I may not be either. I don't talk to them every day, but I have to invite them.
Yeah.
And I, as much as I know they're not going to fly, you know, wherever to come to our wedding, but it's a sign of respect for in my family. And if you don't invite them, that older generation gets very upset.
There's trouble.
Very upset.
Telenovela style.
I'm not even going to deny that one.
Yeah, that's how it normally goes. But yeah, no, I get that. That was like our first hurdle, jump, slash.
Yeah.
And then we had like talks about, well, one, going back, the wedding in general, which is
I
different.
keep getting off topic. I'm really
no,
sorry.
You're fine. Which is different in Germany. There's another difference right here, like heart next difference. Let's skip the conversation. But no, that basically the way a wedding works, the wedding ceremony in Germany is that if you get married by the church, that's not legal in the state.
Oh, yeah.
So you can't just get married by the church and then be like, oh, we're married. The state doesn't recognize that. So you actually have to have, in German, like a civil wedding first, which you have to go to, we call it Standesamt, which is like, could be a town hall or city hall or wherever. And you have to have often you have a small ceremony, which isn't like big at all, which normally is just with 2 witnesses and like the immediate family that's there, maybe some best friends. And you do that, either you can do that and then drive to the, church if you want to do a bigger wedding, and that's where a lot of people will come in, or you do it even 3 weeks before or a month before or whatever. But you have to do it to have it be legally recognized as a wedding.
That's interesting because I did not know that. I knew it now. I didn't know that it was the same in Germany, but I knew because of Uruguay that they have to do it. And I, again, so like oblivious, whatever, American over here. I went to my cousin's wedding in Uruguay, and she was like, yeah, we're going to do the civil wedding and then the church wedding. And I'm like, what? I did not get it, because in my head, I'm like, don't you just do a church wedding?
No, but that's fair, because that's how you grew up.
Yeah.
It's just, what you grew up with.
Yeah, exactly. And then like I think it is in Germany, I believe, that they throw rice when you're done and,
Yes.
celebrate a little bit afterwards. And then, at least for my cousin, it was the next day was the church wedding.
What I always loved in Germany was when there was a civil wedding, then normally you can, for example, drive to the location of the church, and you have like ribbons on your car to like show that you got married.
Yeah.
And behind you are like the people from the wedding party. And if people see that there's a car with ribbons and shows that they just got married, they will honk.
Really?
So like you drive through the city and people like honking all over the place because they celebrate, the wedding, the marriage of that couple. Which is for me always super nice, because I'm like, Mom, honk, honk, when I was young, and I saw ribbons. I was like, honk, honk. Because it's so cute, because everybody like celebrates with you, and it's like a show.
Yeah.
Like the celebration.
Well, that we did not do in Uruguay.
Yeah. It would never work in LA because everybody honks.
Everyone
for no
honks
reason.
for everything.
In Germany, if somebody honks, it's like, oh, there's a wedding.
Yeah, because no one honks in Germany.
Nobody honks in general unless there's really a reason. In LA, it's like you hear so many honks. It's like either somebody's getting married every 2 minutes, or it's just,
or there's just like whatever.
It's just LA.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that was for me as a kid. I loved that.
That's so sweet.
Yeah,
I love
that.
That.
Really sweet, thing to do.
Yeah, I just wanted to point from what you said before with the marriage, civil weddings in America. You only need a marriage license.
Yes.
So
we went through that.
Yeah, we went through it.
You just have to get a marriage license, and then you can take that marriage license
and you can literally go to the church, and that priest will sign everything with your witnesses. I don't know exactly how it's done. I would have to ask my parents.
I think it's also different from state to state.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like...
But I know that you don't need a civil wedding.
Yeah.
You don't need a civil wedding.
A lot of people don't.
No.
And in Germany, it's like a thing. Everybody has.
Yeah.
Everybody has a civil wedding, and not everybody has a church wedding.
No.
Because you don't have to do that because it's already legally,
married.
Yeah.
And Germans are very by the books. We're already married.
We're legally married. That's what matters. That's how it is. And something that's different too, which we talked about, is gifts.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah, that was a big one, because in the U.S. it's common to give money.
Yeah, very common, especially in the Italian tradition.
Yes.
Not maybe in Italy here, but like at least in my family in New York, it's very common to give money.
Yeah. And in Germany, that's not common at all.
When I told your mom that, she was like, what?
Yeah, they would get offended, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, and they wouldn't give money, because Germans can be stingy with money.
Jeez.
With money. So it's like you tell them, oh, give money, they'll give you like $10. But if you tell them like, oh, we want wedding gifts, they don't mind spending money on wedding gifts.
Yeah.
Because that's like
it's
more
really
personal to them. And
sure.
like,
it's something you'll remember for a long time and see that and be like, that person gave it to
them than
me.
giving money, which seems weird to Germans, I feel like.
Yeah.
So that was definitely for us, like, because you were like, oh yeah, we'll get money from them, and I'm like, money?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Even my dad was just like, yeah, they'll just send you money. If people can't come, they just send you money.
That's so weird.
I mean, I'm not complaining.
Fair. But yeah, that's not a thing in Germany. That was not a thing. Yeah, so all in all, there are a lot of differences,
Yeah.
between those two cultures. And there's still a lot we haven't mentioned, garter toss, the games in Germany that you
Oh
played, weddings,
yeah. Yeah.
the abduction of the bride, which used to be a case in Germany.
Wait, they abduct the bride?
Yeah. But a little ransom and she's back.
Great. Good.
No, I'm joking. But yeah, so there's just a lot of differences. And
Yeah.
we've come across some of them
Definitely.
in our wedding
yeah,
preparations.
for
And
sure.
we might come across more.
Oh, I'm sure there's a lot more.
There's
that's
always
gonna
more coming
come.
up.
We'll
So,
see. We'll see.
Tell
And
us
if-
about some of your wedding, preparations, some things that are particular in your culture for weddings, because I always love to hear traditions
I
and
love to
stuff.
hear
It's so
traditions,
interesting,
yeah.
especially for such huge events like weddings.
Mhm.
Because I feel like every culture has their own staples.
I know. I love that though.
Yeah.
I love that.
So let us know in the comments
Yes,
or,
please.
write us a message. We'll appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening.
Yeah. Thanks for listening to episode 6.
Bye, guys.